Turn now to upstate New York in the town of Owl's Head, which investigators say is now the center of the manhunt for escaped prisoners Richard Matt and David Sweat. New evidence discovered in a hunting cabin deep in the town's woods had law enforcement combing the surrounding area on Tuesday. Joining us now from Owl's Head, New York, NBC News correspondent Stephanie Gosk. Stephanie, how confident are they that they can get a capture?
Well, Mika, that confidence is slipping. I think, a lead like the one they got over the weekend is the kind of thing that they hope would lead to a quick capture. But now that hope is quickly fading. In our drive up here, we were stopped no fewer than a half a dozen times in only a 10-mile stretch. And we were told each time to lower our windows and pop our trunks. Richard Matt and David Sweat keep slipping through their fingers.
This morning, the grueling search for David Sweat and Richard Matt is focused on this rugged, thick forest. Sources close to the investigation tell NBC News that's where a cabin owner caught the convicts by surprise, roughly 30 miles from the prison. DNA from both men was found. They left behind half-eaten food and even a pair of underwear. Now, new details on how they escaped. According to the DA, prison worker Joyce Mitchell says she smuggled tools into the prison by hiding them in ground beef, hacksaw blades, drill bits, and a hole punch. Gene Palmer, a correctional officer who has been put on administrative leave without being charged, was the one who delivered the meat to Sweat and Matt. Palmer passed a polygraph test, saying he didn't know he was handing over tools. Meanwhile, Joyce's husband, Lyle Mitchell, told Matt she was in too deep and didn't know how to get out of it.
Does she claim that she was forced to do the things she did in terms of supplying them?
No, not far as the tools. As far as everything else, she said when it comes down to her hurting me, that's when she said something was wrong.
Now, as the search reaches day 19,
All clear.
residents are taking extra precautions. This cabin is just 5 miles from where the DNA was found.
It's very unnerving when I pulled in and I had to have a loaded weapon with me.
We're basically in the middle of the woods here.
You're a long ways from anywhere right here, absolutely.
State police have moved their staging area from the fire department here in Owl's Head to a nearby ski resort. They haven't said why, but it does give them easier access to the mountains. The county sheriff tells us that the search area is now 170 square miles. Mika?
NBC's Stephanie Gosk, thank you very much. And Bill Crystal, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Be careful out there in the Twitter sphere today.
Still ahead.
The Twitter sphere cannot harm you. That's my theory. It's probably wrong. It's probably an incorrect. It's an incorrect theory, but I'm going to stick to it for a while.
Yeah. Still ahead on Morning Joe, Jeb Bush or Marco Rubio will put Florida Governor Rick Scott on the spot when he joins Morning Joe tomorrow. And still ahead today, his crowds and poll numbers keep on growing. Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is our guest. And up next, South Carolina State Representative Todd Rutherford on when he expects the Confederate flag to stop flying in his state. You're watching Morning Joe. We'll be right back.